Hello, all. One of the subjects related to our syllabus is library research, and we want to see what we can do and what we should cover in this subject. And in many of your classes, your teachers might require you to do some research about a particular subject to discuss or to write a paper or to have a presentation. And sometimes you can go to Google and find some articles or some YouTube videos and it might be pretty acceptable by the teacher. But sometimes also your instructors want you to find resources from some solid, sources such as, libraries, journals, newspapers. And in order to do that research, sometimes just going to Google might not be enough. You might be interested in accessing the resources that are available to students. Some of you might transfer to other colleges, universities, and you will, regularly use library resources. In fact, I heard WVU has one of the best libraries among the universities in the United States, and that's very encouraging. Now, we want to see where the library resources of the college are and how we access them. One easy way, I come to this search box here and I type libraries, and therefore that would allow me to access the library resources. Or if I scroll somewhere here and I click on my Eastern, and I can hopefully I will be able to find something, a link to the library resources. I click on my Eastern to see what I get. Then I come here at the very bottom. Here I look at student handbook and I scroll up here and here is Blackboard and I see library services in here. And therefore, maybe the easier than that was here to type library here. And remember that when you do search, you want to be somewhat sometimes general. If you put specific here, we might not. If I put library WVU, the search engine will get confused. But when I put library, let's see what I get. I click search and these are a list of the services that are available. One of them says regional public library branches, which mean most likely a library, let's say the library in Moorfield, maybe in Hampshire, maybe in other areas are available. Another one, it says library services. This is what we are going to do, would be somewhat the focus of today, library services of Eastern West Virginia Community College by providing convenient, and we will find out what it is. And these are some news here that I'm not going to go through that. And I scroll down and there are some other information. Therefore, the ones that we are going to focus are these two links. One of them, library services, which I am going to click here. And as soon as I click, there is some information on this page that I want you to look at. One of them says that we can borrow book from Southern Community College. So you see here is the Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College. We have an agreement that our students can borrow book from Southern Community College. But the challenge, we haven't seen too many students using that resources, and therefore, and because there are so many good resources available online, sometimes students don't care about the hard copy of the book. Therefore, one of the best sources of the libraries is this. I want you to try, even it would be good to memorize, to understand what it is. EBSCO. One way to memorize this is think about EBS company. Do you see here is written EBS company? It is this is electronic databases are all here, and our students are allowed to use the services of this company. Most likely, this company is charging educational institutions, businesses, and allows its services to be available to them. One of the services that this EBS company has is called Academic Search Complete. And not only that, they have other services of science and technology, and this one is for the nursing students. And also, they have some ebooks, which is great. And in addition to that, there is another source. This source you might not use it. It has college catalogs. For example, you already know the catalog of Eastern College, what programs we have, and this is the link that we have, which we will talk in more details. Then there are we already talked interlibrary resources, loans that we can borrow money, books from Southern College Library. If I click here, it sends me to the library site of Southern College. I can look at their books, but as I said, in the past for the 10 15 years we didn't have many students borrowing any books from Southern College. Then I come here and I see other resources at the bottom of the page. West Virginia Library Commission, and I am not going to click on that. The commission is the group of people who are overseeing the library services. Maybe West Virginia Archives is where the other resources are. And public libraries. This is the list of public libraries and U.S. public libraries, because you can access public libraries everywhere, Virginia, D.C., and this is Library of Congress, one of the most important, libraries in the world, the biggest library in the world, and there are other resources that we are going to talk. And now I go back here and I go right in here and to show you how we can access EBS CO and how we can. I click here, Search Academic Complete. When I click Search Academic Complete, it asks for patron ID. That's your student ID number, S00. If you put that, I noticed that it is not case sensitive. Once you put your student number there, as soon as you put there, it will bring you into the site and it sends you right in here. You get to this page. And this page is where you can do your research. And it allows you basic research, advanced research, and search history. Imagine I am your biology teacher and I ask you to write a paper or do some research for me in terms of COVID-19. That's the coronavirus that you know of. Therefore, I'll come here to this page and I type COVID. And the way they do it, COVID-19. You might be wondering where this name is coming from. This CO means corona. V means virus. ID means coronavirus ID. Its ID is 19. If you might have guessed, 19 means this virus started in November, I think, of last year, which was 2019. Therefore, don't be surprised after 2 years we see COVID-21, maybe in 20, let's hope not, 2021. Most likely we had another virus. Maybe at that time it was COVID-02, 03. This virus has a date of year, has a year attached to it. Therefore, that's the subject. I imagine I am your biology teacher. I tell you that I don't want you to go just to any site to find articles or something about COVID-19. I want you to go and find from library resources. Therefore, you come here and you type COVID-19, which is here, and you click search. And as soon as you click search, I saw something very interesting. It found, if you look at here, it found 4,464. That's significant number of articles, which can be kind of confusing. I don't have time to go through 4,419. But very interesting thing I see, it found the articles between 2019 to 2020, which I am happy about that. Why? Because I know that this COVID-19 started in 2019. I don't want this to go to 30 years ago. Of course, 30 years ago, COVID-19 didn't exist. Even if you look at here, do you see this article, whoever this is from Script Media, the article or journal or whatever it is, if you look at here, it is an academic journal. In fact, what it found, if I scroll down here, all the results, this COVID 19 has appeared in 1,842 magazines and 1,131 academic journal, newspaper, trade publications, and 2 book reviews. And therefore, it found everything in there. For now, I am going to look at just this full text, the PDF full text, and I am going to click on it, and I read here SAR virus. That's another COVID. I think it was COVID 0203, and therefore it is, and it gives me another. I click PDF full text, and hopefully it pulls it up. It is trying to open it as a PDF file. I click here and see if I can copy this one, a little bit of it, and put, opened it in my, look at here, it is written C. It is my C drive is opening it. And it is a kind of abstract, and some information is here, for example. I am going to suppose get a small part of it, and here we go. I am going to copy it and maybe go to Microsoft Word. And here is Microsoft Word. And let's say I am going to come here, for example. Imagine I am typing it for my biology teacher. I think the COVID 19 has caused a lot of suppose problem, and I come here, and as you know, I just put it here, and then I am going to put a reference. As you remember, I click here reference, and I come here insert citation, add a new source, that is a source I want to add. And you have learned I got it from a website. Where did I get it? Was it a website? Yeah, it was a from website. But if I go here, let's not forget, it is in my C drive. This is not the website. The website was where originally I got it. I think when I got it, I came here. And I was on this site, which is WWEBS. Therefore, I click back before I try to download this one. This is where I got it. This was the article. Therefore, I'm going to click here. And here is always says that the application expired. Therefore, this is the link. I click on the link and I copy that link. This is not my C drive. As you see, this is the internet. I go right in here. And as you all remember, I put the name of the author, I put everything, I click here, and you have seen this. I scroll down here, and I can put this one in the URL. And here we go, and my month of access, day of access, and I can put all of this. Suppose author is, for example, Donald Trump. And then I come here, name of the web page. I had it here, as you all know. If I go here, name of the, I click backspace, name of the web page, for example, it is called whatever, the name of the academic journal of whatever it was. And I can put there, for example, whatever name of the journal, for example, I will put a name of the web page, suppose COVID, for example, name of the website, suppose health department, and the year that it was published, it was 2020, March, and 03, day 02, and then I scroll down, and as you see, it's almost complete, and I click OK. And as you see, Trump 2020, this site regarding coronavirus has already been created. Let me see how many minutes of lecture we have remained here.